Hey, Shabbat Shalom, or not Shabbat Shalom, Shalom. It's Happy Preparation Day. I'm just preparing for both Sabbath and Sukkah that's about to begin. I had mentioned a few days ago that I was going to start making podcasts explaining every single commandment in Torah and then also the spiritual application behind it. And I wanted to start off with the commandment of the Tzit Tzit because I've been getting a lot of questions about that. I'm trying to put my camera in a place where it will just stay so that I can show how to make them really well. The commandment for wearing the blue fringe on the four corners of the garment, it's in Numbers 15, starting in verse 37. You go all the way to the end. And Yahweh commanded Moshe and all the children of Israel, both men and women, to wear a fringe of blue in the four corners of their garments to remind themselves to keep the commandments, because we're very forgetful. Now, Yahshua, the Messiah, also wore these blue fringes. If you remember in the Gospels, the woman who had that issue of blood for 10 years, she caught a hold of Yahshua's garment, the skirt of his garment, the hem of his garment. If you look at the Greek words, it's actually his blue fringe. And when she grabbed a hold of his blue fringe, she was healed. And this is why there's healing in his wings. Now, the fringes I wear have been like this, and you know, I'm sort of creative. I got the red in here too. The only commandment is that it has to be blue. That's the only thing that has to be. It has to be on the four corners of your garment. I like to put the red in for the blood of Yahshua. The problem with these, though, is that they've been getting caught between my shirt and my pants and stuff because they're so lightweight. So I decided to make some different Tzit Tzit that still follow the commandments. They just look different, and they look like this. Now I know they look like ropes, but they don't get caught, because what the problem is, they were getting caught between my shirt and my katan. So I'm going to show how to make these. Just basically, again, you buy a 100% cotton shirt, which you can easily buy. And this is mainly going to be for men, because women, you got to pretty much just pin it on your dress, or I guess if you're wearing a blouse, you can wear it under the blouse. But anyway, so you got a plain white 100% shirt, and then just get your scissors. And it's very easy to transform this 100% cotton white t-shirt into a four-corner garment. You just get the seam on either side, and you just cut up it. And now we have two corners on one side, and then here's the other seam. Now we have two corners on the other side. So now we have a four-corner garment. And then you just make holes in the four corners. I mean, you can just use your scissors. If you have a hole punch, that'll work too. Probably be better, but I don't have one, so I'm just using my scissors. So you just make 4 holes in the 4 corners. Like what I'm doing here. And now you have a katan, basically. Now you have a 4-corner garment with 4 holes in each side that you can just slip underneath your shirt. And then I got this type of material, so it was heavier. It's a fringe of blue. So I just stick it through the hole here. And I know these don't look like the typical Tzit Tzit, but it's fulfilling the commandment, you know, because it just has to be a fringe of blue. Give it a good length, you know. There's supposed to be a visible witness. Sorry, I live in downtown Portland, so you hear those sounds. It's supposed to be a visible witness, and then you got 1 fringe. And then you just repeat the process for all 4 corners. And you don't have to use this material. You can just use regular blue thread if you want. I was just saying that my thread because it was so lightweight, it kept just getting caught between the shirt, my pants and stuff, and I wasn't able to see the fringe, which sort of defeats the purpose. So this keeps it nice and visible. And the reason why the woman was healed is, you know, there's several Psalms, the Psalms of David, where David talks about the healing in Yah's wings. And literally, as you make this katan, you're making like wings on either side of your shirt. hence the four corners. You have these like wings with the Tzit Tzit, the fringe. And people will come up to you and say, what are those? What's that for? And then you have an opportunity to witness, Tell them about Yahshua and how he healed the woman. Tell them about the commandment in Torah. So the spiritual application is that these Tzit Tzit, literally, in Yahshua's case, they provided healing. A conduit for his power, his spirit, to heal. So his virtue went out of his body. And I believe also in these end days, the Great Tribulation, these Tzit Tzit will be for those who are wearing them with the right spirit, who love Yah, they're going to act as like a protection. Keep it from harm. So, almost done here. I'm doing because it's specific that it has to be on the four corners. Now, some people like to just loop them around, like men like to loop them around belt loops. I don't really like that because the commandment is to actually put it on the four corners of a garment. So, and this is pretty easy to do, and you can wear this under any shirt that you're wearing. So as you can see, there's both a physical application and there's a spiritual application to this commandment. And that's true for all the commandments in Torah. Which, by the way, those commandments are commandments Yahshua himself, Jesus Christ, kept. So if we're going to be followers of Jesus, we should do what Jesus did. So now we have a katan with the fringes on either side. And there's healing in the wings. We got wings on either side. So, hallelujah. So, Numbers 15:37, read the gospel account, look up the Psalms, and look up in your concordance on healing in his wings, and you'll learn both the physical and spiritual application for this commandment. And we'll have plenty of times to witness, too. Hallelujah. Alrighty. Shalom, Yah bless, and preparation day is... Well, it's only 1 p.m. here on the West Coast, but I've still got a lot to do to prepare for Shabbat and Sukkot. So, Yah bless. Shalom. And the website is www.spiritandtorah.com.